Hello students. So in this e-content, I'm going to discuss a very important topic. The topic is aims and objectives of teaching English. Before going to discuss the aims and objectives of teaching English, let's understand the difference between the word aims and objectives first, and then we will discuss the aims of teaching English. So in this content, I am not going to discuss the objectives at the very outset. I'm going to discuss the aims. Next video, I will discuss the objectives. Okay, so I want everyone to be very attentive. So at the very outset, we must understand the difference between aims and objectives. Okay. So in this slide, I have written the first point, aims are general. Okay. And what is the second point? Objectives are specific to attain those aims. So in a sense, we can say aims are, in a sense, these are general. Okay. To attain those aims, you will have to go through certain paths. Okay, those paths, those ways are the objectives. Okay, so this is the difference between aims and objectives. Okay, now we'll have to discuss the aims of teaching English. So there are different aims of teaching English, so let's discuss one by one. The first aim of teaching English is its general aim. So what is the general aim? The aim is to make the learner an effective user of English language. Okay, this is a general aim that is related to teaching English. Okay, now if we want to make our students an effective user of English language, then you will have to, as a teacher, you will have to focus on certain specific skills. Okay, I have already mentioned about all these skills in my previous videos. Okay, what are the specific skills? Listening, speaking, reading and writing. So this is the general aim of teaching English in school. Okay, what is the aim? So that you can make the learner, as a teacher, you can make the learner an effective user of English language, so that the learner or the student can listen properly. Okay, and so the learner can speak properly, so the learner can write properly, so the learner can read properly, etc, etc. So this is a general aim which is related to what? Teaching English. Okay, so what is the second point? The second point is cultural aim. Okay, so what is the aim? To enable the learners to know all the cultural group of the world as well as India. So now suppose you belong to India. Okay, so you know the culture of India, but you want to, in a sense, we can say, make the outer world, the people from the outer world, okay, get introduced with what? Your own culture, your own language. Okay, so for that particular purpose, you will have to take help of what? English language. So you will make them understand, okay, your own culture. Okay, how? With the help of English language. So from that particular point of view, we can say this is a very important aim, cultural aim, to enable the learners to know all the cultural group of the world as well as India. Getting the point? So in a sense, we can say this is a very specific aim, that you can learn other culture and you can also make others learn your culture through English language. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now what is the third aim? The third aim is literary aim. Okay, what is the aim? To enable the learners to appreciate English literature. I have already mentioned in my previous videos that English is very rich language. Okay, English literature is also the richest literature in the world. Now if a student, okay, wants to appreciate English literature, if a student wants to go through different poems, okay, different novels, different plays, etc, etc, then he will have to gain knowledge in English language. Getting the point? So this is the literary aim that is related to teaching English, okay, in school. Now what is the fourth one? The fourth aim is utilitarian aim. Okay, so what is the utilitarian aim? So that you can encourage the student, okay, to learn English language for the purpose of opening the gates of opportunities in different field of life, education, travel, career, etc. So in a sense we can say English is not only a language of a particular region. Okay, English becomes the language of the world. Why? Because almost half of the world speak English language. So if a person knows English well, okay, then he or she might go through several opportunities, an ocean of opportunities in different field. For example, life, education, travel, career, etc. Getting the point? So if a person knows English, then he will get opportunities in future, okay, in further education. And if a person knows English well, then his travel becomes very simple. And if a person knows English, then might get or she might get ocean of opportunities to build up his or her career. So in a sense we can say this is the utilitarian aim of what? English language. Now what is the next one? The next one is the linguistic aim. Okay, what is the linguistic aim? To enable the students to understand the words, sounds, structures of English language. So we understand that language is a system, isn't it? And English language is also very systematic. Why? Because it has its own sounds, it has its own words, it has its own structures. So you will have to introduce English, okay, among your students so that they can understand everything that is related to the words, sounds, structures of English language superbly. Getting the point? Okay, so clear-headedly. So this is the aim, that is linguistic aim, that enables a student to understand the words, sounds, structures of English language. Okay, so this is all about the fifth aim of teaching English. Now what is the sixth one? The sixth one is integrative aim. Okay, so now we can understand, I have already mentioned that English becomes the language of the world. Okay, so now suppose a person from India, okay, specifically he might speak or she might speak Hindi or any other regional language, but if he or she wants to communicate with a person from the outer world, definitely he will have to take help of English language. Getting the point? So language is that unites people across the world. This is nothing but English language. English is a common language all over the world. That is why it has an integrative aim too. So these are six aims of teaching English. So I think you understand. Thank you. Keep learning.